So in this video, I actually wanted to cover a couple of card peeks that are semi-novel based on other things and just being able to be useful in more heckler style situations, which I know many people encounter. So in essence, a card is selected. Let's just say we're having a situation where we know we're going to have a problem spectator. Card is put back, just barely complying with the fact that they have their card there. Okay, and immediately they're already asking to shuffle the cards, and they could, and I know the card was the Joker. Okay, that is one idea, and another idea could be that a card is selected. Okay, card is shown. I still don't know what it is. I'm looking away. Card is put back. Okay, and they just put it back very fairly. Okay, and then dribble everything on top, or like this. We have the card stopped, show it, okay, dribble on top, and just through squaring the cards, I would know it's a king of spades. And this can be just very useful to you in many variety of situations, so you can immediately have the cards out to be shuffled, you know their selection, and you can go about the card trick in whatever way you need to go about it in. And this is really cool. So it's based directly off the peaks, and I learned peaks first from Eddie Hecklers. And it's just, you know, they would say stop, you get a break, and then from here, this is just like a peak style, they pull back, so they say stop right there, they peak it, however, or more like book style fashion. John Armstrong has a lot of work on the peak as well, really cool stuff. And then originally, it'd be right here, held by pinky break, and then you can step it with the fingers right here, and you can peek it. You could say, and then I'm actually looking directly at the card right here. Hopefully it can show right here. Just by having it stepped and then turning to look at it. So either you can look at it, some people do a gesture, say, hey, I want you to imagine your card, as they peek the card, and then they got the peek, and they can hand out to be shuffled. Or maybe you just do Eddie Hecklers did a peek from underneath right here, from beneath the hand, just a simple peek. Or you can do as you revolve the deck and you square it down, you're taking a direct peek at it. So in essence, card selected, okay, let's just say it's this one, boom, and as I rotate, I can be able to peek the card as I square everything up and then hand it out to being shuffled, which is really cool, really, really nice. Though, for another little subtle tip, just dribble on top. I got a break up below the selection, and then just being able to just casually say, and do you shuffle the cards? Shuffle cards well? You can shuffle them, and I know it's a Joker just by that. And just being able to have that tool, just this little tool, this little section to be able to have control over the card, or maybe something goes awry and you just want to be able to peek the card at any point. You have a subtle, and it's just a single card, or you don't have to worry about the other cards. Just being able to just do it whenever, you know, just getting a card and then being able to square it up, knowing it's king of clubs. That could save you a lot of time and hassle, having to redo a trick and keep the impression. Maybe this is more important than the other factors, but just ultimately maintaining the impression that you are an amazing entertainer and that you can seemingly do anything. And no matter the situation, no matter how much people try to mess with you. And this is a good way to get ahead for those kinds of situations, and is a little bit of a different thing than just the usual, hey, okay, you got your card, you peeked it, okay, and then later doing some technique to peek it. Well, now we could do it with the dribble. And then square on up. You're intentionally looking away, you make it clear that you're looking away. And just by squaring the cards on up before you hand out to being shuffled, you know it's the 8 of spades. It's just a really, really cool thing that I think is just noteworthy. So if you found it helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you can, and if you are interested in taking your magic to the next level, feel free to check out the links below. And with that said, have an awesome one.